Hey everybody! I'm here today to talk to you about an important dashboard light that you should know about. That's right, this light that I will be showing you can be super important. It actually is super important, and you should know about it because if it illuminates, if this light lights up, then that could mean that there's a serious potential problem with your car. So I'm going to tell you what the light is, and then I'm going to explain why it's so important and what might cause it to light up. Let's get right into it. I'm going to turn the camera around right here. You can see we're looking at the dashboard in my Mazda 3. And I apologize about the poor lighting. I'm doing my best right here. But essentially what I've done is I've just turned it on to like accessory mode so that the lights will illuminate on the dashboard, okay? So right now, as you can see, it's on accessory mode. The lights are illuminated. And as you can see, this is the light right here that I'm talking about. That one right there. Right above my finger, that's actually the check engine light. And that is a ridiculously important light on the dashboard. And I'll tell you why. It means that there's something wrong with an engine component of your car. Now, back in the day, if the check engine light illuminated, you took a look at, some various components of your engine and you could find out what the problem was easily. But nowadays, it's much harder because that light tells you that there's a significant problem with something related to the engine. Now, I'll tell you why. In modern cars, all of the components are related, meaning your steering is actually related to your engine, okay? Your tire pressure is actually related to your engine because they all work together. Meaning if your tire pressure's off, your steering might not work properly, and then your engine might not function properly in terms of how it's relating to your acceleration because everything's not working properly. It's all together. So for instance, okay, let's say that you have low tire pressure and you have a tire pressure monitoring system, okay? That's going to affect your steering, which means that your steering light might turn on the dashboard. And then because your steering light has been turned on, your check engine light has been turned on. So it doesn't necessarily mean that your car won't start. If your check engine light is on, your car might very well start. It's very possible that even if you see this light right here like this, that your car will end up starting perfectly fine. It might drive perfectly fine as well, but maybe it's related to something else. For instance, if you have a low oil level, okay, that low oil level is consistently happening, that might trigger the check engine light. And here's the thing. The light doesn't just turn off by itself automatically in a short period of time. Sometimes, depending on the car, you might have to drive several hundred or even several thousand kilometers before it actually resets, okay? And in other cars, it might reset like within a matter of minutes. So with some cars, if your check engine light illuminates, okay, you might have fixed the problem by, let's say, inflating your tires, right? But it's gonna take a while for it to turn off. In addition, it might not be something minor. It could be something major. Let's say your engine isn't getting good enough compression to make that combustion properly. That might trigger your check engine light, okay? Now, what you can do to counteract this is you can scan the car to see why that light is illuminating. So you can go and take a look at your OBD2 port, which I'll open the door. In most cars, it's going to be under the steering column. I don't know how low I can get the camera, but in this car, I believe it's, I think it's right over here. Yeah, it's actually right over here. So this is the OBD2 port right over here in this car. And what you can do is you can get an OBD2 scanner tool. You can plug it into the car. It'll give you the instructions on how to read it. It's very simple. And that'll tell you, it'll allow you to know what the underlying problem is. And then you can fix that problem. And it might be low tire pressure. And then, you can also reset the light. Meaning, if instead of having to drive hundreds or thousands potentially of kilometers, you can just use the tool to reset the light. And then if the problem still persists, the light will light up again. But if you fix the problem, that will be it. This is literally the most important dashboard light, in my opinion, okay? And that's why I really wanted to make this video, because a lot of people, they don't even know what the check engine light looks like. Nonetheless, how to diagnose it or anything like that. This video is not sponsored by any scan tools. I've done many reviews of scan tools. They're awesome. They work really, really well. But this is just me trying to help you out in any way possible. That's what the light looks like. It's important to know not only what it looks like, but why it would illuminate. Because you don't want to be worrying, number one, that like, oh, my check engine light is on, that means I can't drive the car. No, well, take a little bit of a look into it. Doesn't mean that you can't drive the car. I don't recommend driving it right away. start to diagnose it, start to do your own research and figure out stuff by yourself, maybe use a scan tool, and then you can determine if you can drive it or how to fix it. And remember, if you manage to reset the check engine light, but you don't fix the problem, it's just going to illuminate again. Meaning if you reset the check engine light with a scan tool and you don't fix the underlying problem, well, guess what? It's just going to illuminate again. So you got to fix the problem. That's really what it comes down to. And that's basically it. I truly hope that you've enjoyed this driving video. If you liked it, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great car and driving videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.